Hello guys, and welcome back to my video. In this video we are going to continue with our e-commerce series. So in this video we are going to create the product details page. So if you go to our components folder and then you go to our products widget and then go to the card, we have this card. So I want to wrap this card with what we call a gesture detector. So what a gesture detector does is allows you to listen to gestures when a user clicks on this card. We make this card clickable. So, and then we pass in the parameter on tape. And then now we need to use the navigation router to navigate to another page. So I'm just going to say navigator dot push. We say navigator dot push, and then we pass in the context, and then we pass in the material page route. The material page route, and then we'll pass in the builder which then takes in the context. So if you don't know about navigation, I would encourage you to watch my video on navigation, then which is going to take us to the product details page, right? And then we need to pass in another parameter, which is settings, and then we use the route settings class. Let's use the route settings class. Inside the route settings class, we need to pass in the arguments, and then in this case the argument is going to be the data, and then we pass in the index of the product that we want. So what this will do is when we click at a certain product, it will locate that product by the index, and then we'll then use it to display the product details page. Okay, so we have not yet created the product details page, so let's go into our pages folder here, and then let's create what we call product details page dot. Okay, so let's create, it's going to be a stateless widget. Okay, so let's give it product details page. Okay, and then let's import the material data file. Okay, right, let's go into our product widget, and then we need to import the product details page, right? Let's go inside, let's import the product details. Okay, now that we are done with the product widget component, let's go into our product details page and let's begin working on it. Okay, so here we are going to return, let's remove this. We are going to return a scaffold widget. We are going to return a scaffold widget, and then the body, we are going to provide a body. We are going to provide a body which is a single child scroll view, and then the child is going to be, it's going to be a column widget, right? And then we need to provide the children inside the column widget, and then we need to provide some parameters to the column widget, and then with the main axis alignment, which is going to be main axis dot start. Main axis alignment dot start, and then also need to provide the cross-axis alignment, which is cross-axis alignment, which is cross-axis alignment.start also. So if you are not familiar with row and column widgets, I would encourage you to go to my playlist on widgets and make sure you watch that. Okay, so the first child that we're going, we need a space between the from the top. So to do that, we are going to give it a constant, which is going to be a sized box, and then we just give it a height. Let's give it a height of 50. And then the next thing that we are going to do is the next thing that we are going to do is we need to display an image. So image.network, since this image is coming from a network, right? So image.network, and we're just going to say so before we do that, to retrieve the data that we passed in from the product widget, what we need to do is we need to go inside our widget build method, right? Inside the build method, and then we say final product is equal to model route dot of, and then we pass in the context. Which might be null, and then we pass in the settings, and then we pass in the arguments, and then as I'm just going to say as product. Then we need to import this product. Let's import this product. Okay, and then the model route modified name, I think I made a mistake. It's supposed to be I said model, it's supposed to be model route. Okay, so now we need to pass in the image from the network. So we are just going to say product dot image, which might be null, and then the height of the image, we need to give the height of the image, which is something like 250, and then the width, we need the image to fill the whole space, so we are just going to say double.infinite, right? So yeah, let's give it a semicolon. So if I reload this application, let's go to, and let's reload. Let's check on the emulator. Okay, as you can see, it has finished performing hot reload. As you can see now, we now get this image. Okay, so that we are done with, we need also to provide the fit method, which is going to be boxfit.cover. We want it to cover the whole space. Boxfit.cover. Okay, so now that we are done with the image part, we also need to display some icons. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to wrap this image with let's wrap it with the stack widget. So what we need is, you can just go here and then we say wrap it with the column, and then we can then change the column to stack, right? So below the image, what we need to do is we need to provide the positioned widget, and then let's give it and then from the top we have 10 from the top, and then from the left, a distance of 10 from the left, 10 from the left, and then we need to provide the icon, and then icons dot arrow back, okay, and the arrows dot arrow back, and then we also need to provide the size. Let's give it a size. The size is 25, and then the color, yeah, let's give it a color of blue, of black. Okay, and then also let's also display another icon. Okay, we are going to display, let's give it a constant here, and let's also wrap it with the gesture detector, right? So let's just say gesture detector, something like this, and let's remove this constant, and then let's provide the on tap method. So we want that when the user clicks this, we want this icon to take us back to our main page. So we are just going to use navigator to pop. Okay, let's just wrap this icon with a constant, right? Let's use another positioned widget again. In this case, it's going to be top of 10 from top 10, and then from the right, we want also to give it a distance of 10, and then the child also is going to be a constant icon, then icons dot, we want to show a shopping basket. Shopping basket, and then let's give it a color, which is a color dot blue, and then a size of 25. Okay, so like this. Let's just remove this constant, and then let's just put another constant here, and then let's copy this positioned widget, and then let's paste it below, and then here we are going to change the icon to favorite. let's change the icon to favorite. Okay. Let's change the icon to favorite. Something like this. And then, okay, we're something like this. This was a type. And then from the right, we want a distance of 60 from the right. So now that we are done with the stack part, let's just, if I press what reload, yeah, you can see now we have this with these icons. If I press this, you can see it takes us to the main page. Okay, so now let's just give it a space between the image. So we're going to saying sized box height. Let's give it a height of 20, and then let's give another a text. So give it a text, which is going to be product dot name, and then let's give it a style, a text style, and then colors dot gray, and then let's give it a font size of 25, and then let's also give it a font weight. A font weight which is going to be font weight .w600, right? So this can be now, and then let's just make our text style constant, right? So the next thing that we need is okay, let's give it also a space. Use sized box, a height of 20 also, height of 20, and then let's also display, we are going to display text. Okay, so let's wrap this text with the center widget. So let's just wrap it with the center widget. Wrap it with the center widget. Yeah. Now what we are going to do is we are also going to display another text. So what we need to do is let's just copy this text here. Let's copy this text here, and let's paste it here. And then let's change this name to description. And then let's change the color to black. Let's change the color to black. Yeah. And then let's give it a font size of 15. Let's reduce the font size to 15. And then font weight, let's give it a font weight of 500. And then let's also center this. Let's center this widget. Center this widget, and let's also give it some nice padding. So also let's wrap this center widget with a let's wrap the text, in fact not the center widget, let's wrap the text widget with some padding. Okay. Now that we are done, okay, also we need also to display the price. So what we are just going to do is below the description, let's just paste this, and then let's change this to price. So to display the price, what we need to do is we need to repeat, yeah, product dot price, yeah, something like this. Then let's change the text color to blue. Let's change the text color to blue. Let's give it a font weight of 25. It's okay. Everything is okay. So since we have the old price and the new price, let's just wrap it into a raw widget. Let's put it into a raw widget. Let's copy this. Let's paste it below. And then we're also going to display the old price. And then decoration, text, decoration dot line through, exactly, something like this. So this one, let's display it, let's give it a color of black, and then let's give them the space between main axis alignment, and then main axis alignment dot, we want a space between them. Okay, and then let's give this raw widget some nice padding, something like this. Okay, now below the, let's give it a sort of like some spacing, constant sized box height 16. And then let's display an elevated button. An elevated button on pressed. This on pressed method, let's just leave it like that. Let's just leave it empty like this. And then the child, we're just going to display text. And then we are just going to say add to cart. And then let's wrap it with sized box. Let's wrap it with the size box. Let's give it a height of let's give it a height of 50 and a width of 250. Okay, so let's also center this. Let's also center this size box widget, right? So now that we have done this, I think that's it for the product details page. So if I just click reload, yeah, now you can see, now we have our product details page. Let's go to another. Yeah, you can see now we have our product details page. Okay, yeah, you can see now check operator used no value. Now check operator used on no value. So I think there is a value which is now in this. So I'll have to check which value is now. But as you can see, now we have implemented our product details page. So in the next videos, we are going to implement displaying products by categories, showing related products, and then we are going to go to adding products to favorites, and then adding products to cart, and then profile pages, and then we make sure that we do orders, and then we make sure that we wrap this application and then we make sure that we move to the administration side. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.